I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I feel like this weekend has been nothing but a lot of failures, I guess. So it's springtime in the Pacific Northwest, and it's both a beautiful and disappointing time in the Pacific Northwest. It's like right when our rain season comes to like the biggest front it has, and it's just raining a lot. A lot of clouds, a lot of overcasts, a lot of gloomy looking days, but everything is starting to come in bloom. Everything's starting to come back to life. So it's a difficult time to go out and shoot landscape photography because you just have a lot of overcast, you have a lot of rain. Not to say that you can't go shoot those things. I'm actually trying to challenge myself more in shooting in that kind of environment, which is actually what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow and why I'm making this video. Until the sun hits in the spring here and everything explodes and the bloom really like just hits full force. Kind of like a waiting game till then. And it's the weekend and I want to shoot and I know it's going to be overcast. During overcast days, I try to utilize them with like stuff that doesn't matter with low level lighting, such as like waterfalls or some kind of nature aspect. If I can find some fog or mist to really help capture an image that might not be possible without those elements in it. Go on a hike and try to find a good waterfall to shoot so you get that dreamy effect using a longer exposure, those kinds of things. Today, I was on a job site and I looked out into the Columbia River Gorge. I was right on the edge of it and I saw this fog everywhere, just hitting the trees, rolling off the gorge down into the Columbia River, and it looked awesome. And I was like, man, I wish I was out there with a camera shooting, especially because I saw a patch of clouds disappear and the sun was shooting through and it was hitting the light on the fog like at a very cool moment, and I was like, damn, I wish I was out there. I was at work. Why am I here? Story of my life. So I went ahead and did a little research, and tomorrow is supposed to be like the exact conditions as it was today. The same dew point, same feels like temperature, same amount of precipitation, stupid. So I want to go shoot this weekend and I want to go out and get something on my camera. Pictures, I want to get videos, I want to get some content made. So I wanted to make this video as in you do not have to have sun conditions to be able to go shoot. I know there's a lot of videos out there that state this kind of stuff, but I don't think a lot of people drive the point home enough to realize that that's true. You don't have to have sun to have great images. And tomorrow I'm gonna go put that to the test and really push myself to limits to be like, what am I looking for here? What interests me? What do I like about this? Try to find something in the elements that we have here, because you know, who knows how long this rain and clouds are gonna be here until the sun comes out. So I'm just trying to make the most of it, and I'm really gonna go out there and try to get an image that I like in the not so favored conditions. I'm gonna wake up early, I'm gonna head out there, probably around sunrise, because that's about the time where the dew point that feels like temperatures are closest, which usually means fog, so hopefully it's not socked in and I'm just surrounded by fog. But even then, I'm just gonna try to figure it out. I'm just gonna try to figure it out, see what happens tomorrow morning. No promises. That did not happen. Fortunately, I woke up this morning and stepped outside and realized that the forecast had completely changed. Weird, right? Oregon. It was a torrential downpour. It was so bad. I literally was just like, oh my God, I'm not going out in this in the pitch dark and not knowing what's going on. I just went back to sleep. And I ended up going out there later just to realize that everything was socked in. There was absolutely no visibility. It just looked miserable. So I bailed. Fast forward though, and now it has been kind of sunny, kind of rainy, very inconsistent. And I was just cruising around on Instagram and I saw my friend Thor's profile, and he had shared a story from his cross-trek adventure up these hills in the Tillamook Forest with some beautiful, awesome cloud coverage, like fog, low clouds passing through the trees in these hills. And I was like, man, that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I want to go do. A subpar overcast day. So I grabbed the boy, I'm heading out there right now, and I'm just gonna cruise around and see what happens and try to find a photo in the dullest of weather conditions. Let's see what we can find. As soon as we get through awesome Portland traffic though. Hey, I wanted to jump in here real quick because I have to apologize. I'm not quite sure what happened with the audio on the next few recordings. So we're just gonna kind of skip ahead a bit. I kind of rolled up the hill to the places that I wanted to go. I explored a few different areas, and then I came across an area that was wide open, and I could see a bunch of hills, and I could see some clouds. But as I got out and saw the surrounding area, I kind of realized this wasn't what I was looking for, but I just kind of wanted to stick around and just, you know, see what happens. A lot of gunshots going on. There's a little shooting range down there I passed. Let Goku out for a bit, stretch his legs, look at the broad, like, landscape. I'm really hoping for some lower clouds in this area. That's what I'm trying to go for, some layers with hills and clouds behind them. I'm not really seeing much here, but I do see that looks like this light rain and mist is kind of moving our way from over here, so maybe that might do something. I don't know, but I'm gonna kind of wait it out a little bit and just see what I can find. I'm not really seeing anything that catches my eye just looking out here. It's a cool view, but just because something looks nice and there's nice scenery, not always mean it's gonna be a great photograph. If you're not able to capture it in a way that's unique on your camera, it's not always make a good photograph. I learned that the hard way when I first started out. See what happens. Stick around. And stick around I did. I actually stuck around for quite a while. I want to say at least an hour and a half. I took Goku out of the car, walked him a few times, but honestly, I just kind of sat there and just watched the weather. I got the camera out a few times to try to see if I can find some sort of shot, but honestly, I just didn't see anything worth taking at all. Nothing that grabbed my attention, nothing in the finer details, nothing as a broad landscape. So I'm gonna be honest, I kind of decided just to pack it up, call it quits, and I just wanted to try again tomorrow morning. All right, we are out here at the Portland Women's Forum lookout in the Columbia River, beginning of the Columbia River Gorge. As you can see, you know, pretty dull conditions with weather and not much going on. So really hoping to make the most out of it. I was really hoping for some low clouds, low fog, kind of on the Columbia River Gorge here, but you know, again, this video is trying to learn to take photos in the dullest of weather conditions, so kind of see how this goes. We got some good layers with good depth here, so I'm gonna try to take advantage of it as much as possible and as much as I can, so see what I can get. So we got the time lapse set up and it's taking, you know, I'm trying to take like 500 pictures or something like that. And that's just because I've been really into time lapses with any kind of cloud movement lately because it just looks so much cooler being able to put it into post-processing when you have clouds or some kind of fog like touching the hills and the tops of these canyon walls, and it's just, I think it looks really cool. So I've been really digging that. So I figured I'm out here, might as well grab the time lapse. Focusing on the Vista House. I got Columbia River, lower left third of the frame. I got this hill past the Vista House, which creates depth. It's got some light clouds just touching the top of it, and I think it looks cool. So adds a little bit of interest and dynamic range inside the photo. So I think it'll be cool. It's nice to look at and drink some coffee.
got this set up at a weird funky angle. It's not really level. I got these trees in the foreground that really get their little twigs and little branches in the way, so I'm trying to get as high as I can to get a little bit more of this ridge line up here where the clouds just touch where it comes over. I think it looks really cool. And I'm just trying to capture that time lapse to get that movement of it moving out of the way, just slowly moving with like 3 different hills rolling back into it. 3 layers, it's got clouds, it has depth, got a very cool temperature like today is, so I think it looks really cool. So I think today just might be all about time lapse. Just gotta roll with the punches, you know? A lot of work goes into a time lapse, a lot of work. It takes a lot of memory. It takes so much memory. You gotta edit one photo, sync it all the way through. You gotta make sure that every photo is okay. You gotta roll through the whole thing, make sure no birds or some kind of obstruction like randomly just creates any kind of interference inside your time lapse. It's a long process, taking it, editing it, storing it for just 6 to 10 seconds of footage. But the end result's usually very cool. It's a time lapse kind of day. I've actually just realized that I haven't actually taken a single photograph yet, which is kind of funny, but not really. I mean, I don't know. I think that's the cool thing about time lapse is like I don't feel like you need a setting for a single photograph, because the movement is what you're really trying to capture. And in a lot of settings like fog or low fog, when I'm doing these time lapses, they do make a great picture, but I think the beauty of a time lapse is you show movement and depth, and that's what creates the time lapse. So whether that be with like lighting or cloud movement or some kind of interest that's moving, and for me it's cloud. I really like seeing clouds and low clouds touch things and move through things and dissipate, and that really interests me. So got the sun constantly blocked by this cloud. So it's literally blocking any light that's wanting to come in. So I feel like this weekend has been nothing but a lot of failures, I guess. It's a lot of birds, a lot of nature around. That's another cool thing. I'm out here, like, it's nature. But lately I've been wanting to go camping. I'll just settle for this. Just waking up early and hearing the birds in the morning and just looking at the view. I don't mind it. But yes, this weekend has been kind of full of try and fail and not really what I was looking for, and like you have that, and again these conditions aren't great at all, but I think there's an image or something you can do in most any setting, and I'm trying to find the beauty in dull things, because I think there's beauty in everything. So yeah, I think even just coming out here, it's just a nice view. Well, unfortunately, I had to wrap up there pretty quick. Had a lot of people come in, and I'm still kind of weird about filming in front of people and just not trying to be a weirdo while I'm filming. So got a lot of stuff done down there. I was very fortunate to, have this place pretty much to myself this entire morning, which was awesome. Great views, great learning experience, great content. I got a bunch of stuff for Instagram, a bunch of stuff for YouTube. Very productive morning. I just wanted to touch base again, like this, just because the weather is not doing what you want it to do. You gotta get out and try to find something. Otherwise, I have a bad case of FOMO, just fear of missing out. So if I can get out there and at least just say I gave it the good old college try, I can walk away pretty happy with whatever image or photo I get. Just knowing that, hey, I tried and did the best I could, and that's all I can do. Very excited to go home and see all the stuff I got. Sorry it was kind of all over the place, this video. It has not been the greatest weekend, but I think we finished strong this morning. I think we did. I'm thankful. I am. This was good. This was a good experience. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching the video. If you did like it, I would really, really appreciate you give it a like if you could. It's free, it supports me, it helps me out a lot. please give the video a like if you can. Follow me on Instagram. I try to post all my photos there that mean something to me, and I try to post the best of the best there, so please follow me there if you want to see that kind of stuff and that kind of content. I try to also put all my stuff on my stories for the places I go and see, so if you want to see more behind the scenes stuff, you can watch me there. If you like this kind of content and you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification button. I'm trying to put out a video every week or so, so still the beginning of the year. Got a lot of cool things in store for this year, so I'm excited to bring that and show you, bring it to YouTube. No matter the conditions, challenge yourself. Try to get out there and see what you can take, no matter the condition. It's gotta be something. Gotta be something. This world's way too beautiful to only be nice on sunny days. Thanks for watching, guys.